Hi everyone, today is Easter Sunday, at least that's when this video is getting uploaded, and if you got to sleep in because you're an atheist, or you're agnostic, or you just don't have that much of a religious tendency, you got to sleep in while others are getting all dressed up and going to church and hearing the story of Jesus. So, you might be perusing the internet and you might say, oh, I wish people were uploading if they weren't busy at church. Well, I got you a video just for you on this Sunday. So, today we're going to be talking about the Jesus story, but mainly about the Last Supper story and communion, because I thought that this would be a good chance to talk about that. So, stick around. So, everybody's Catholic, but then in the Holy Roman Empire, this German guy called Martin Luther comes around and stirs up the pot and says, hang on a minute. That's an Eddie Izzard reference, but in German, so ein Minuten bitten. I'm sorry if I said that incorrectly, but that's Eddie Izzard for you. You can look him up. But German guy Martin Luther says, I don't think this is right. He writes a thesis and pins it on a church wall, and it's a door, not a wall. And it starts this whole big thing, and now Christianity is split in half, equal in half. There's two denominations. But of course, after that, it begins to get divided even more, and now we're in today's world where there's thousands of different denominations of Christianity, with all Christians not being able to agree with each other. But today, when we talk about communion, we are going to go to the Bible. This is King James Version. It's very beat up. It's old. It was my father's when he was a kid. And there's this, which I highlight in, and I actually have another version, which I don't use. But this is the Bible I highlight in, and I've gotten, if you want to see, this right here is my bookmark. I've read all of this. This is my Bible, and I read it out of here, and I listen to audiobooks. And I've read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John in addition to this, so I'm in Proverbs chapter 30. But we're going to flip on over to Mark for today's video. It's, and we're looking for Mark chapter 14, verse 22. That's where we hear about the communion, what is to become the tradition of communion. So we started verse 22. And while they were eating, he took a loaf of bread, praised God, and gave thanks, and asked him to bless it to their use. Then he broke it and gave it to them, and said, take, eat. This is my body. He took a cup of the juice of grapes, and when he had given thanks, he gave it to them, and they all drank of it. And then he said, this is my blood, the new covenant, the blood which is being poured out on account of many. Now, this Bible is called the Amplified Bible. I have no idea who the heck uses it. But if you are Catholic, you believe, yes, this is actual blood, and yes, this is actual flesh of Jesus. Jesus' flesh. So, that's kind of thing. When you go and think about it, wait a second, that's cannibalism and vampirism. Now, you might say, if you're religious, oh, the silly Catholics and silly Lutherans and everybody else who holds that belief. Their religion or branch of Christianity has stemmed from Ulrich Zwingli. I'm not saying that correct. I'm pretty darn sure, but he was a guy who established a theocracy in Zurich, Switzerland. And this is coming right out of my AP Euro notes from the lovely folks at HistorySage.com. All rights reserved. And this is just part of it. That I have many more notes, as I said, and they're from the Part 1 review of Renaissance through the French Revolution. So it says here that Zwingli, he disagreed with Lutheran over the Eucharistic communion, saw it only as symbolic, while Luther believed the Spirit of Christ existed in the Eucharist, which is also known as consubstantiation. Add that to your vocabulary, people. The point of bringing up the Last Supper on Easter is because of it's part of the story, and then bringing up how the different sects of Christianity deal with it is fun to bring up. Just pointing out some contradictions in the and just some flaws in Christianity itself. Because when you say Christian, you get this big, nice blanket word. It covers everybody. But, you know, you have the Lutherans and the Catholics originally, but then you have the Calvinists and you have the Anabaptists, and then, you know, out of the Catholics you have the Jesuits, which do a lot of, you know, nice stuff with schools, and they do a lot of nice, you know, work with establishing hospitals. You have a whole bunch of peoples, and there's the Quakers, I think. You have the, what else do you have? You have the Dutch Reformed, you have they're all Protestants if they're not Catholic. And today we have the Baptist, and, going right back to the history, this time we have the Anabaptist, which is not anti-Baptist, and has nothing to do with the Baptist. You got the Westboro Baptist Church, another sect of Christianity. And I saw the lovely footage of everybody singing "Always Look on the Bright Side of Life" by Life of Brian. And just to show how old school I am, you guys like to comment about the phone. It's a VHS of Life of Brian. So everybody, always look on the bright side of life. Enjoy your Easter Sunday. Watch a more historically accurate version of the Jesus Christ story than the Passion of the Christ. That is according to Penn and Teller. So enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully you can enjoy it with some family. You can celebrate the pagan holiday. So everyone, again, thanks for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe, like this video, and all the regular razzle-dazzle stuff, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I said that maybe 3 times. Bye!